Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They have second down and 5.
97. Ready? Go.
From the 38. Into a crowd and intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Slot man in motion right. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
To throw again, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Set, cut, drill, 52. Ready.
First down throw, here's Love. Cut by Jacobs. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Ready. Set, go.
Going to the ground again on first. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Set, cut.
Love from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Packers double their lead to 14. On now is McManus to kick this away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Working quickly here. Allen now on first down. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. This is Cook on the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he makes the play. It's a touchdown. But hang on a second. I spy a flag out there, Brock. This could erase that score. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. And it's no good. Perhaps the snow making things a little difficult for him there as that one winds up off the mark. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They're out and set, first and 10.
Down.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. On second down, Jacobs. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Offense up to the line fast. Turning to Jacobs on third. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Love throwing on fourth. He finds him beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on fourth. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go. Ready?
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Come on, set. Set.
Love to throw again. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And
fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. Packers pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. He throws a bullet deep to the... and they pick him off again! Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready.
Here's Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs.
we've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready, ready, ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Watson with the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ready.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Firing one deep for the end zone. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd.
Okay, ready?
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
Jacob can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Set, ready.
To the air with Love. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown is going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. He's looking deep once again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers launches the return, goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Bass now to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Strike. Check.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. They'll cobble together a yard there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They stick with Jacobs. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle.
Trouble 38.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. That finds Jacobs complete. Again, he's got room. He could do it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Return coming here from the 12. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Finds Kincaid. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And they pick him off again. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Takes the handoff, now Love. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills are finally stopped on the return. But they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. They
get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers have it again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Shot, 17. Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Play fake, it's Love. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
22 middle.
Shotgun now for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers parlay the interception into points. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking it.
I got you. You put the YouTube cheese in, Carl. I got you. This nigga is crazy, man.
listening to the album, good luck. You're on your own.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Here we go, here we go. Check go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. To throw, Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Throwing is Williams. And this one too low.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
like
in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just...
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 3rd and 5. A run straight ahead with Achane. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Tua on 4th down. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll get 34 yards there. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 7. Here's Williams. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams. Finds his target, it's Swift along the sideline. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To the air, Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Keenan Allen from 6 yards away. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Swift going to try up the middle. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops
Bro. Hey, none of my people get the ball. All right.
Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
That shit insane.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt it.
And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go now.
To throw, it's Williams. He's going to look deep for Moore. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 59 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and before you know it, it's 20. (21-0) our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it as we resume action. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9 now. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. Santos' kick is up and through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Oh, some strong running. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. On 3rd down, Achane. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Williams throwing to start the drive. He's got Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, here's Williams. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. 1st down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from a yard.